Mercedes-AMG Interview Lounge.
So we welcome Christian Paul to the show.
Yay!
Okay. You can clap if you want.
Thank you for having me, man.
Well, thanks for being had. So I will tell you, Gandhi and Scary and I and a couple other morning show team members were in Cleveland for our KISS show, and we had a big party up on the roof, and Christian performed for us, and we were just all blown away.
I remember standing creepily close to you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was her.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's why for this interview, we're keeping her on the opposite side of the room.
Yeah.
I've been separated.
Man, I still remember that day vividly, and I remember you guys being like the only people who were actually paying attention to my set, and that meant the world to me. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys.
Yeah, that's gotta be weird.
It was a bunch of salespeople.
Yeah.
Right.
They're there trying to close deals.
Right.
We did a show with Jessie J when she first started.
Really?
And I remember the same thing happened. Nobody was paying attention. And I remember her stopping down and saying, "Hey, pay attention to me. I'm trying to perform over here."
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And another reason, Christian, other than there was an open bar going, so they were all getting all tipsy.
Right,
we actually stayed sober for your set. It was fun. Well, anyway, so that's what's one of the cool things about our job is we get to see performers when they're up and coming. And even though I know you've been doing this for a long time, and we'll get into that.
Right.
That was the first time we were exposed to you, and we all knew there was something coming out of that. And that was almost a year ago. I mean, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. What was that? Early summer, something like that.
Could have been.
Yeah.
We were kicking off the summer.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I was at the bar too, so that's why I don't remember. Sorry.
You remember the performance though?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
No, I remember. I heard you from across the roof. I'm like, this guy's got something, and that's what I want to talk about today. So between then and now, and I'll make an observation. You walked into our studios a few moments ago, and it wasn't just you. It was a team of close to 12 people.
Right.
So someone somewhere believes in you other than us.
Yeah. No, I am extremely blessed to have such an amazing team behind this project.
So there's a guy, his name is Steve Bartles. He's been in the music business for 1,000 years. And
Just 1,000?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And Doug Morris. These are guys who have been bringing hits to us for a long time. So when we got the call that they wanted you to finally come onto our show, we've been trying to get you, I knew that things are popping. Yeah. So today is a very important day for Christian because his single, Chapter, debuts today, and we're about to play it for you in a few minutes. So you got that going for you.
Right. Yeah, man. It can still be pretty surreal when I think about the team that I'm with and who all is behind this. Like I said, I'm extremely fortunate, extremely blessed.
Let's talk about where you're from. Where are you from originally?
I was born and raised in Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
but from Alabama I moved to Orlando, Florida to Los Angeles to Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm currently living.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. We're on right now in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Oh, awesome.
Do you need someone to go water the plants or feed the cat?
We actually just got a dog.
All
My
right.
family got a dog.
Someone needs to go feed the dog.
Speaking of dogs, I love your schnauzer.
Oh, Max.
Yes.
He's alive, by the way.
Okay. Good. Yeah, awesome.
In the green room, there's a million pictures that people. There's
okay.
a million pictures
It's like a memorial
of him on the wall. Oh, do we light a candle for him? No, he's alive.
It does look like a shrine.
Right.
I'm like an weird old dog woman. So I have pictures of him everywhere.
A dog shrine.
So when you were a kid, you were hit by the music bug at a very early age.
Yeah.
And started teaching yourself how to play instruments.
Right. And YouTube was so instrumental in that.
Right.
Yeah. So as a toddler, my dad would just sit me in his lap in front of our desktop back when, I don't want to get my dad in trouble, but back when torrents were a thing.
Yes.
So like LimeWire, FrostWire.
Yeah.
I hope.
Free music.
Right. But he would introduce me to, hundreds upon hundreds of R&B songs. And that was what my childhood pretty much consisted of. My dad just sharing his love for music with me.
Right, but you would see older musicians playing older songs and stuff like that. But when you saw these flashy performances, like on the MTV Video Music Awards and things like that, is that what kind of grabbed you and made you think this is something I want to do one day?
It was actually one of the more intimate performances on an MTV Unplugged live session.
Do you remember who it was?
It was Jodeci.
Wow. Okay.
And they were doing a cover of Stevie Wonder's Lately.
You were very young.
I was like 6 or 7.
Wow.
Yeah. And I just remember being mesmerized by their performance, just completely captivated. And that's what I wanted to do.
So for years and years and years, you've been putting out Instagram songs, any
Right.
original stuff or just covers or both?
So prior to 2018, I didn't release any original music. So it was all just clips of covers on social media.
Well, so how did you actually sign your first contract?
That's an insane story, but I'll try to give you the condensed version.
Make it as dirty and filthy as possible. We want to hear all the
Yeah.
details.
Name names.
All right, well,
Name names and attorneys.
Yes.
Go.
let's go. Let's do this. So how I got signed, I'm not going to start from the beginning. Or should I? Should I start
Just
from the
tell
beginning?
us. Tell us
Okay.
what happened.
Cool. So at 12, I started pursuing a career in the industry, and it took me some time to break through the layers of fake A&Rs and social media managers.
Right. People saying, I'm going to make you a star.
Right, exactly. Which I kind of got introduced to after being put on Perez Hilton's website.
Oops.
Yeah, he was. He'd had like this "Can You Sing" cover competition. He might still do it. I don't know. But I was 12, and I was one of the featured artists on his page. But after that, that's when all of those creepy fake A&Rs and social media managers started
Right.
coming.
Did you get
in.
mine? Did you receive mine?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you got mine. I never heard back. But anyway, so you finally found someone you felt was reputable.
Right, exactly. So I moved to Orlando, signed a deal, moved to Los Angeles to start developing, recording. That opportunity didn't quite work out. I moved back home, finished out high school, and all the while I'm writing music in my bedroom and posting just 30-second to a minute long clips of covers on Instagram. And one day, a guy reaches out to me and he's like, "Is it cool if I send this or pass this along to some people I know in the industry?" And it ends up in the hands of my now manager, who is Evan Rogers, who discovered Rihanna at 16.
Was that your fault?
Thank you. I love her.
Sorry about that. Sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, and from that point, we just started recording and writing, trying to get songs together for the project. He bumped into Steve Bartles at Rihanna's 30th birthday party. Steve was like, "Let's break an artist. Let's have a meeting, and you show me what you're working on." They had the meeting. He ended up playing a clip of a song that I recorded in my high school's bathroom while I was skipping class.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
just like a voice note on
Was the name of the
GarageBand.
song Vaping?
Yeah.
It was actually River by Leon Bridges.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But you love the acoustics of the bathroom. That's why
I
you're in
did,
there. Yeah.
and I also did in like class.
Okay, so there's that.
Right. And
So you're a juvenile delinquent getting into the business.
right, exactly.
But you know what? In the old days, when you sign, obviously you're so anxious to sign a deal.
Yeah.
Sometimes we sign our lives away without understanding what's going on.
I did that
Right.
here.
Just you're stuck.
which I did.
Yeah. Like, was it really bad?
It was really bad. So I was stuck in that contract for about 3 years after I actually stopped working.
They owned you.
Yeah, pretty much. I forgot what the clause was, but basically I was bound to the contract indefinitely if I wasn't working or if they didn't have me working.
You signed this?
What? That doesn't
Yeah.
even sound real.
Right. No.
Did you sign this while in the boys' room at school?
Yo, no, check this out. Okay, another thing. There was also a clause that said that I had to pay back 3 times everything that was invested in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want
And
this
you
guy.
signed this?
Insane. No, but it gets even better.
I want this
So-
guy to represent me at iHeart.
Did
He's
you
great.
really?
I go down to Orlando, right, to meet these guys that want to sign me, and everything goes well. You know, they're excited, my family's excited, and they're like, you know, keep in mind, I have me nor my mom have any prior experience
Right.
in the entertainment industry. We know nothing about how the industry works, so they're like, you know what? You don't even have to go out and get your own attorney. We have one for you. Come on.
Oh,
And we were
of course
like-
they do.
We were
So
like,
nice of
whoa,
Sounds
these
like a-
guys are so nice. Thank you.
What a great deal.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? So your advice to anyone and everyone coming up through the business is get a great attorney that's not given to you by the
Absolutely.
people you're doing a deal
Absolutely.
with. All right.
Wow.
That makes sense. By the way, Christian Paul is here. No relation to Logan or Jake. Aaron Paul, RuPaul. Are you related to any of these Pauls?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right,
no.
you're not part of the RuPaul family?
Right.
Sean Paul?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
So you were talking to Nate earlier about your sound. And as we
Right.
release your new song, Chapter, today, how is this sound different than, for instance, back when you did my favorite song by you called Strong?
Yeah, that's your favorite?
Oh, it's my favorite song.
Oh, man.
Now, has your sound changed? And I'm going to play a piece of that in a second, by the way.
It has. It has slightly changed, and that kind of came about. That slight shift in musical direction came about with me experimenting in the studio with songwriters and producers that I really respect, and so the music that I'm putting out now is just very representative of what I love in this season of life. And
Well, that's good.
who I am. Yeah.
Even artists who've been around the block for a million years, they have evolved as
Right.
well.
Right.
But that you have to. How boring it'd be if you were still you from
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Right.
So there you have it.
I need lyrics to your song Chapter
Yeah.
because I heard a little bit of it and I
Okay.
love it. And then
Yeah.
I'm that person who likes to Google like the plot of something.
Right.
So I like to find the lyrics first, and I can't find them. So I need you to give those to me.
Got you
please.
right now.
Oh,
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Yeah, do you remember your lyrics?
I do. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
So it's
we're going to test you.
You're my favorite page in this chapter that I'd go over and over again. There's a history present and after that I do over and over again. High note. Cause you make me feel this way. So you make me feel this way. Oh, make me feel some type of way. And then the verse is, you are the one that I want. You gave me good life from the start. I would do anything for you. Sign on the dotted line for you. We keep it marching like 1, 2. Ready for what if you want to. We're at the start of our story. Let's write the rest, get to part 2. Don't even think that you notice, but you put my life into focus. You made a mark on my heart, now you own it. I just hope that you know you're my favorite page in this chapter. And then the
There's your
chorus
lyrics.
goes around.
I mean, so falsetto. Do you like to introduce falsetto to a lot of your songs?
I do, yeah. I implement that quite a bit.
Have you ever gone to hit a note and it's just another note it's not supposed to be? It's like, whoa, what happened there?
All the time. Yeah, for years I didn't have a falsetto. And that was very frustrating to me because all of my influences use falsetto
Right.
a lot. Prince, D'Angelo, Maxwell, Music Soul Child. Those are the guys that I looked up to.
How could you go that long in your life and not know that you could actually master falsetto, or was that something you had to work on?
It was something that I spent hours on.
Teach me.
Right.
I mean, I don't want you to blow your throat out because you haven't been
Right,
warming
right.
up, because you have to. So you got to warm up.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
Mariah Carey hits those notes that opens my garage door, you know what I'm saying? She's warming up. Those don't just pop out.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
don't do it.
Okay. You got it.
We got to ensure your voice.
No, I remember being 12, 13, 14, sitting at my piano, practicing scales, doing lip trills, trying to expand my range, trying to train my ear to like have relative pitch, just which means like, you know, someone hits a note and I'll know what it is, or I sing a note and I'll know what it is, which I'm still trying to master. But yeah, I mean, it took me years to develop my voice.
So this isn't something he just woke up one day and go, I'm going to be a star, see?
Right.
It isn't working that way. But obviously on the right track. You have the best in the business behind you and supporting you, including this show. Hello.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So, I mean, you know, you really hit the mother load with us today.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
No, it's very true. It's very
This
true.
is a golden moment for you. Don't forget it's Christian Paul. No, anyway, we've had all the best artists known to man roll through the show when they were first starting out.
Right.
And that's what's so great about what we get to do for a living is we're on the 50-yard line to watch it when Christian Paul walks through that door, and we'll never forget this day.
Right. Well, I'm honored to be here. Thank you guys.
Well,
so
we're
much.
honored to have you. So I am honored to push the start button on Chapter. Tell me about this song, other than what we learned through the lyrics you just gave us.
Yeah, man. So I worked on this song with two guys out in LA, named Dacom and ADP, and man, whenever we had the rough version, the rough demo, I knew it was something special. And the demo is, I mean, it could possibly be released one day. It's just vocals and piano, but the label felt the same way, and now it's the first single.
So where are you off to after this? Are you out there like knocking on the doors and saying, "Yo, here I am"?
I'm actually I'm going to LA to shoot 2 music videos right after this.
Now I saw your video for Strong.
Yeah.
Shooting a video's got to be the most irritating thing in the world because it takes all day, all these different camera angles.
Right.
Or did you enjoy doing that stuff like that?
I enjoy doing it. Probably the hardest part of the Strong shoot was lying in a freezing cold pool.
Right.
In 60-degree LA weather, fully clothed for 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm like freezing.
See, people don't really appreciate all that goes into what you guys do for these videos.
Right.
Go online right now and do a Google on Christian Paul and Strong. It's a great song. I think it's an amazing song.
You.
This is Christian Paul's brand new single called Chapter. Thank you for coming in today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's an honor to have you here.
Yeah.